Alright, so we're going to work on the flying geese block. This is one of the blocks here. You can see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 flying geese in this block going in different directions. You could of course make them going in the same direction if you want to, but there's lots of different things you can do to this block to change the colors and make it interesting. Your instructions are going to give you the cutting instructions, and they also show you how to lay this out and sew it, but I'm going to show you here that I have 8 of the body of the goose, and I have all of the little background pieces already cut, and I've already marked most of these, but it's really easy. You just mark them going down the diagonal, put your pencil on there, and I've been marking this from the center out so that I don't stretch it so much across the bias. That, and there you go. Okay. Alright, so to sew this, we're going to take one of the background rectangles, we're going to lay one of the background white square, we're going to lay it with the diagonal in the center of the rectangle and going out to the end. We're just going to stitch right on that line. And then you can chain piece these by putting the next one on and just snugging it up right up against there and stitching the next one. Now I'm going to take this out of the machine. I could chain piece all of these, but I'm going to demo this for you without doing that. Now, you take and you roll this back, and we're going to press those back. I'm going to finger press this time. I would press it with the iron if I wasn't demonstrating for you. I'm going to take and put this one on the other way. It is going to cross over this first one. You line it up, and then you're going to stitch from the center out again. Now, we're going to take this, trim it off, and we would go to the iron and press this out again. Now, if you notice, this is not exactly lined up back here, and I would leave this piece intact, the rectangle intact, because we can cut out this one to reduce bulk and iron this back, but then you have a perfect rectangle back here still with this background. If you cut that off, we would not have a perfect rectangle to sew this to the next pieces. Okay? Alright, so I've got 2 of them sewn together here, and you can see one looks really good and one doesn't look so great, but what you need to do is put them, line them up like this, lay one over the other, and turn it so that you can see the X of the stitching back here. You're going to put your flying geese into the sewing machine and sew right down to that X and sew right through that cross. That way you're going to get a good point. I went and got my snips. Okay, so when you open it up and you press it, you've got a nice little point there. This one's not as good as it could be actually, but that stitching wasn't quite a 1/4 inch away, so we're good to go anyway. And you will just do this, and you'll do 4 for one side of the block and 4 for the other side, and then stitch them together into a whole block.